Hi, I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to share some ideas with you on saving money for taking care of your dogs and cats. One of the first things that you can do is to have them get a good physical exam at least once a year, especially if your dog or cat is getting older. Twice a year is even better. And while you might see that as spending money for the examination, think of it as an investment, because during our physical exams we try to get a thorough history, and we go from end to end on your pet, looking for problems that we might be able to head off early or even prevent. And so good routine care is an investment and actually can save money, because if we can prevent problems, then it is less expensive than trying to treat them. And one of the things that we do, and has always been the case, is to vaccinate. Vaccinations are a good way to prevent problems that otherwise could really affect the health of your pet and your pocketbook. And so routine physical examinations, vaccinations, two of the cornerstones of keeping costs down for your pet in the long run. We always ask for stool samples, checking for internal parasites, worms if you will, especially in the dog. Monthly heartworm preventives not only take care of heartworm, which is carried by mosquitoes, but also takes care of intestinal worms that, again, way easier and less expensive to prevent than to treat. We also have lots of trouble this time of year with fleas. Ticks are a year-round problem, and so we are always recommending year-round flea and tick prevention, because anyone who's had a flea infestation in their house probably can't quantify it in money the amount of frustration that they have trying to get rid of the problem, let alone all the products that might be needed to not only get rid of the fleas but treat the flea bite dermatitis on their pets. So again, prevention, prevention, prevention. Good physical exams once or twice a year. Vaccinations tailored to the lifestyle of the pet. Internal and external parasite exams and prevention. And another thing that can actually help too is keeping the weight down in your pet. There are studies that show that fat pets just don't live as long as those dogs and cats that are of an ideal weight. And we know that food equals love. We know how difficult it is to not give those treats or not give those table scraps, especially if you're sitting there eating and your dog is looking up at you with these inquisitive eyes. But in the long run, economically, it is not a good idea, because there are a lot of diseases that are either caused by or made worse by obesity. And again, back to preventing the problem is way less expensive than trying to treat it. Another thing that can actually help in the long run, expense-wise, is keeping your dog and cat's teeth clean. Yes, occasional professional cleaning by veterinarians or by technicians does cost some money, but if it's done before teeth get infected and before we have to do oral surgery, certainly a better way to prevent costly oral surgery, let alone the pain and infection that your dog or cat has to endure. So again, just one more piece of the puzzle on, in the long run, actually saving money by trying to prevent problems rather than trying to treat them.